beautiful people. So today's video is going to be about the pain points for people with hearing disabilities as we try to interact with hearing service providers and some social media advocates on the internet. So I have 6 pain points that I'm going to talk about today, and my goal for today is that you're able to learn about what these pain points are and think about creative ways that you can come up with solutions. One of the things that I will be doing for my next workshop is talking about solutions, specifically targeting businesses that work with individuals with hearing disabilities, or if you're a business and you just want to be more inclusive to people with hearing disabilities, this is the workshop for you. So if you're interested in that, what I want you to do is I want you to go to my website, www.projecthearing.com. It's not that one, projecthearing.com. And captionings are not perfect, but they work. All right, so let's go for it. So the very first one is a lack of captioning. So if you are a business that's working with people with disabilities, the number one thing that you want to be able to do is create open captioning in all of your video content. What I mean by that is that there are 2 different types of captioning when it comes to creating video content. The first one is that you create your video content and then you create the option to turn the captions on or off. Then you also have open caption. Open caption is just like this. The captions are burned into the video. That means that there's no option to turn it on or off. The video always has the captioning on. The reason why you want to be able to do that is because the largest segment of the population with a hearing disability includes individuals who are older. These individuals don't always know how to turn the captioning on in your video. So what you want to do is you want to be able to create accessibility for everyone, whether they know how to turn on the captioning or not, where the button is or not, if they're using a medium where the button is too small or not. Whatever it is, you want to be able to make your content accessible for your viewers all the time. And the only way you're going to be able to achieve that is by creating open captioning, where your captioning is included in all of your video content. So be sure to do that. Again, I'm just talking about problems. Next workshop is solutions. So problem number 2 is phone first everything. By that I mean, if I am trying to reach out to an organization, there are times when I'm trying to reach out to that organization, and the only way for me to get in contact with someone to fix a problem or get a service or schedule an appointment is to call on the phone. Calling on the phone is by far the most frustrating challenge that I have as a person with a hearing disability. It is incredibly difficult for me, as it is for countless other people on the spectrum of hearing disabilities. So by creating just a phone as a means of communicating with your staff or with your team, you're making it incredibly inaccessible for people with hearing disabilities to get the services that they need. That also leads to another point, which is that in 2019, not as many companies as there should be have a chat functionality on their website. In my opinion, this is totally unacceptable. I think that the easiest way for most people, especially people between the ages of 18 and I want to say 40, interact with businesses is through chat. Most people in my age range do not call. Like, what year is it? 1999. So by having a chat feature, you not only make your business or your brand or your services more accessible, you also are just hip and trendy and cool because you're communicating people the best way that they communicate and meeting people where they are. That is so important, and I always have a great experience when a company has a chat feature because it's so easy for me. Next is email. So one of the things that I've noticed for a lot of hearing service organizations is that if they have a phone capability and I don't want to talk over the phone, my next best option is email. Now, the thing is that if you have a website, for example, and then you have a email, a lot of companies don't really understand how hyperlinks work. So basically, if you have a hyperlink to your website, like that says, for example, to contact us, email it as whatever. The email address is not a link, which means that I have to then copy and paste and then go into my email and open up my email and then paste that email and then go back to the original email address and make sure that it matches up with what I've just copied into my email. But that's not even the problem. The problem is that there is sometimes more than a 48-hour response time. And I think that that's incredibly frustrating because if I need services or if I have a question or if it's something urgent, I think 24 hours should be like the base point where I am expecting a response. So especially if you're working with people with hearing disabilities who are emailing you about scheduling an appointment or buying a service and you do not have a chat feature, you should be checking your email and responding to your emails within a 24-hour time frame. Anything more than that is, in my opinion, unacceptable. There should be a designated person that is answering emails as they come up throughout the day from 9 to 5. So that is my opinion. I have very strong opinions about that. Next is scheduling. It ties into everything that I've just talked about. But if I am a person with a hearing disability, which I am, and I am trying to schedule an appointment with a hearing service provider, I will try every means possible to avoid having to call because it is incredibly difficult. They're like, I'm sorry, like I said March 25th and I'm hearing March 28th, and it's just very frustrating. And not everyone, this is very important, but not everyone has the patience to interact with people with hearing disabilities. So if you are not going to be using an online scheduling tool and you have someone on your administrative staff and they do not have a welcoming personality or a welcoming voice over the phone, you are screwed, my friend. Because I will just avoid that appointment at all costs, even if it means that I will not be hearing my best. So something to think about. And then the very last thing that I want to talk about is accessibility requests. If you're going to be working with a population of individuals with disabilities, very rarely, and when I do, it makes me so happy, but very rarely have I seen an organization take the time to incorporate accessibility requests into its website, to incorporate true accessibility and inclusion into its website, so that if I need, for example, CART services, which is real-time captioning, there is an option to request that service. If I need interpreting services, such as American Sign Language Interpreter, that option is available. If I need whatever it is that I need, if there is no possibility for me to make those requests when I am going in for an appointment or a consultation or whatever, you're not really focusing on me as a user of your services, and you're not really giving me the value that I want to have as a client, as a patient, as a user of your services. So these are all things, like all of these things that I've talked about are incredibly, incredibly important if you are going to be working with a population of people with hearing disabilities, specifically for hearing disabilities. And even if you're not working with a population of people with hearing disabilities, you always want to make sure that you are accessible and that you are inclusive. And with that said, that is today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, be sure to like, comment, and share. You can also make a small or large donation on my Project Hearing website. I am always looking for feedback, positive or negative. And if you have any leads on individuals that I should reach out to so that I can make more videos like this in order to get sponsored, please let me know. Lastly, and to close, remember to sign up for the newsletter. My next workshop is going to be on specific solutions that individuals and companies can use to create more accessible and inclusive spaces. So be sure to sign up for that. Again, go to my newsletter at projecthearing.com and sign up. I'll see you next time. Bye.